Princess Kate apologizing for any confusion today after several major news agencies pulled a photo of the Duchess and her 3 children over the weekend over manipulation concerns. Kate saying on X that, quote, like many amateur photographers, I do occasionally experiment with editing. With the royal family seemingly now in crisis mode, we are joined by USC Communications professor Karen North. This is in your wheelhouse. I want to start by getting your reaction. What do we make of the tweet from Princess Kate herself?
Well, it's interesting from the royal family when they actually respond to criticism. So, I think that this time they had to do something because it's the second time in a row that she's released a photo that's been questioned in terms of the manipulation of the image.
Okay, so the second time, because in December, there was a Photoshop issue on a family Christmas card with Louis. Here's a look at that one. So then they had to pull that one. But why are they doing this back and forth? Because the PR strategy of the royal family has always been, anyway, I think so, never complain, never explain. Why are they explaining now?
Well, they didn't really explain much. They just gave us a little hint of explanation. But, they're under a lot of pressure. There are certain magic moments that they have to put up an image or appear in public. And one of them is, sort of the British Mother's Day. And she's been out of the public eye since Christmas. And so Mother's Day rolls around and she puts up one of these just sensationally beautiful pictures of herself with her kids. And, it reminds me of, it was actually one of Donald Trump's sons released a picture of all of his kids once and said that he was asking, the only thing he wanted to ask for Christmas was for all of his kids to look at the camera at the same time. And you think, what was her purpose for manipulating something? Maybe each image had one kid looking bad for some reason and she shifted it.
Yeah, so this is the pressure to see a picture of her. This is all because she had abdominal surgery some time ago. She hasn't been seen, but then again, she did make an appearance last week. She was photographed with her mom. And then today, I think we have that image to show you, she was spotted in the vehicle with Prince William. You see her side profile there. So Professor North, given that we see that she is alive, she's there, seemingly okay, up and well, why is this? What can you make of this photo?
Well, I think that this and the picture of her with her mother were probably, they did not hide them. They intentionally probably didn't hide them. What you have to do with crisis communication, one of the main things is you have to anticipate problems. And so, with all of this sort of crazy conspiracy theory that maybe Kate is dead, it's very easy to have her drive somewhere and be seen behind sort of tinted windows just to dispel those problems. The one that's sort of a mystery to me is if she's been criticized about the manipulated image of Louis in the past, why wouldn't you be so careful anticipating that every new image will be scrutinized? So it was a real blunder, sort of a living in the bubble, not thinking about the implications kind of blunder that they made there.
If you were on her PR crisis team, what would you tell her to do next?
I mean, I think that really the land of journalism has been asking for the right thing. It's like, please just show us the images. I assume that there is basically the equivalent of, like a stream of images that they took. They took a series of photos that day, and they should just release the photos and say, look, like I said, like anybody else, we wanted to find the picture where every kid looked okay, and they could even, to be relatable, these poor children are ages, 5 to 10, and every time there's an image of them, it's look how this kid is putting his hands over his ears, or look at that kid sneering, or look at the one kid hushing the other kid. And there's so much scrutiny for these tiny little elementary school children that I think it would be very easy for her to say, I wanted to have a great Mother's Day picture for the public, but I wanted to protect my kids from the onslaught of criticism that they always receive.
So just be transparent is what you're saying. Just be transparent, which
Absolutely.
is okay.
Yeah.
And we're out of time, but you do say that this is a win for journalism because all of the Reuters, AP, everyone has, quote, killed the picture. So we don't want to put anything out there as journalists that is not true. And we want we want the truth out there. That's the whole point of journalism.
Yeah, a family picture doesn't matter, but for journalists to say it matters if it's real it's a big win for journalism.
Great. Well, we consider it a big win when you join us here on the Fox 11 News at 6. So USC Communications professor Karen North, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.